Morning YouTube, I got my coffee and today's project is to set back up my spiritual room again. So just wanted to talk about cleansing the flooring. So in olden days they had dirt floors and that changed a lot, some practices, and if you had like tile or wood floor, you could do a floor wash to clean the flooring in your house or your spiritual areas. But I need to clean this carpet, and it's in the spiritual room, and we had to get new flooring in other areas, so that's why I had to take everything down. So I'm excited and happy to get everything set back up again. But so what I did is I combined some diatomaceous earth and some baking soda, I guess you could kind of see in there, with some essential oils. I put lemon, tea tree, and lavender for antibacterial. So I just put the baking soda, probably about 1 to 3 with the diatomaceous earth. And what diatomaceous earth is it could be used for a lot of things like gardening, keep out spiders. People use it as a supplement, and it's not really clay, it's a bunch of really finely crushed up fossils basically, and you want to be careful when you're using it because it has high silicone content. You don't want to be breathing that in, so I'd recommend you just sprinkle it down and then open the window, and then when you vacuum, then put like a bandana or something over your mouth. So it's smelling super nice and fresh in here. I just want to leave it on there at least overnight, but I left it on here for I think 3 days, maybe 5 days before I vacuumed it up. And cleanses all the carpet area. So I just quickly want to talk about sulfur, and I'll show you some of the bluing because someone asked on another video. We use the Reckitt's, the bluing, the anil, the squares, but a lot of people don't have Botanica in their area, or if you run out or etc. What I also use is this Mrs. Stewart's liquid bluing, and also this brand Bluette, and there probably are other brands out there. I wouldn't use the Hoodoo blue balls for if you're going to actually bathe in it because they have some toxic chemical or minerals in it. But I would use the blue ball for like a floor wash, or if you're making a blue bowl to do hand passes and fling it in there, then the ball's okay. It's just for bathing in. I would probably recommend the Mrs. Stewart's. It says on it non-toxic and biodegradable. It's also very concentrated. A little bit will last you a really long time, and it's pretty cost effective, so that's generally what I use. And you can also use it to launder your altar, your white altar cloths and all your white clothing for voodoo, or for your misa spiritual, or for working your ancestral white table. I don't hand wash my things unless they're stained and they need to stain treat them, but I will wash them separately on their own. So if you're going to machine wash your whites, I'd wash the altar cloths and any spiritual clothing like head wraps or your white clothing. Just wash them together, but I wouldn't put like your normal laundry in with that, just to show respect to the cloth and the white clothing and your spiritual work. I just want to quickly touch on also the use of sulfur. So before, so this is a bag of sulfur right here, sulfur powder. And they use it in some cosmetics, like I think Proactive for acne. It helps kill the bacteria. And we do use it for purifying, so we will put them on novena candles, and it can help clean your spiritual court or your house. However, a lot of people have taboo on using sulfur. You never want to use it for bad spirits in your house. You really have to this work really does get down to a science and get technical if you are going to be doing those things. And a lot of people have taboo against using sulfur at all, because although it is purifying, it is more of a two-handed substance, and probably more on the negative side, because if you think about the bowels of hell, that sulfur, brimstone, so those purgatorial spirits may have an associated smell with that, and it may also attract them, because like attracts like. So that's what they call they make blue balls, but they also make sulfur balls out of this, and in hoodoo, and it's also, they call it brimstone. So it's that rotten egg smell, that sulfur smell. Things that are purifying, like garlic, are high in ammonia and sulfur. And you got to really be careful what you focus and concentrate on when you're informing the work and what you're using it for. So bad spirits generally like bad smelling things. Like I've talked before, and I probably will still in the future, about how colognes and Florida waters and sweet things can be mildly cleansing or refreshing more so, but the bitter or something more like fire or something more sour like lemon is a bit of a better cleanser, because flowers are attractant, and they're good smells, so they'll generally attract the good spirits, but it could attract the bad, and it's not as good as removing the bad because it's an attracting substance. So spirits that haven't gotten over their death state, they can often smell like rotting flesh. They can smell like poo, like in like Muslim or Islam they would call them kako demons, so kaka. Smell like shit. They can, which again has different smells like vomit, sickness, rotting flesh, like putrid smells. Could smell like burning gasoline, burning flesh. When you think about all the souls in purgatory and the animasolas and the eternal spirits, these are the kind of smells. It's just one of those things that clue us into who the spirit presence is when we are in communication with them, or when we detect them for our discernment, when we go through sort of like a spirit detective, like who is this that I'm dealing with. And smell is only one of a lot of different ways that we can identify who and what we're dealing with. So it's not just one thing, like how they look like, because they can change that, what they say, who they come with. There's a bunch of different things that can let us know who and what we are dealing with. And dealing with spirits with another person, another medium, is safer, because we both all have our own spirits that we work with, and it's a lot harder to fool or get past the judgment of two experienced mediums. So that's just a quick video about just being careful with sulfur and keeping things clean and smelling good in your place that you work at.